With the end of the year upon us, I figured that today I wanted to talk to you all about my most used luxury handbags of 2022. Now, these are hands down currently my favorite handbags in my collection. These are the ones that definitely get the most use. Now, they don't all have the same use case. I don't use them all in the same types of scenarios, so they each kind of have a time and place for when I wear them. But I wanted to talk to you all about my most used handbags so that way, in case you're thinking about buying any of them, if you're kind of teetering, tottering on the edge, if you're not really sure if you should buy it or not, count this as your sign to definitely buy these bags, because at least for me, they have been incredible purchases. That cost per wear is amazing. So let's get into it. Now, the first two on this list definitely are not going to be a surprise to you all, especially if you are subscribed to this channel, if you are members of the family, because chances are you saw in my recent 2022 best and worst purchases video, two handbags that were in the best section. So clearly, if they were in the best section there, they definitely also need to be in this video too. So the first one is my 2022 Métier d'Art mini Chanel Coco handle in green caviar leather with champagne gold hardware. Now, I will say that the hardware, it does look a little bit silver, but it is champagne, so technically can kind of go either way. But I have gushed to you all about this handbag, so I won't bore you with kind of the same stuff that I've been saying over and over, but for a high level, for those of you that are new and haven't seen my other videos, I am obsessed with this handbag. Now, this is kind of a different shape of handbag for me. A lot of the handbags that I tend to have are like classic flaps, or they are rectangles, wallets on chain. So they're very much so like a rectangle or a square shape. So this trapezoid shape is very different, and I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but I have really fallen in love with this bag for so many different reasons. First off, the caviar leather makes it so durable. I mean, this bag, you can do just about anything with it, and it is really not going to get scratched up, which I love. Also, I love that it's really versatile because it's got this little top handle here, which makes it very feminine. You can kind of wear it just like this if you want to. But it does also have the detachable longer strap. So that way, if you kind of just want to throw it over your shoulder or even wear it crossbody, because I am on the shorter side, so I can wear this bag crossbody, you can kind of wear it that way too. And also for me, this is a pretty spacious bag. A lot of my bags are on the smaller size, so this can fit quite a good amount in there. I did a what's in my bag video, so I'll link that for you so that way you can kind of take a look at everything I keep inside of this bag. But this has just been a great all-purpose bag for me. I wear it, predominantly during the day where I'm running errands, going shopping, meeting up with a friend, whatever. This can go for a lot of different scenarios. And this beautiful green color is amazing because I do wear a lot of neutrals. And so wearing this bag is really nice because it adds a little pop of color to any one of my outfits. And the other bag that you saw in that video, which is also not gonna be a surprise, is my Hermes To Go Kelly wallet on chain. Now, this is in the color chai, so kind of like chai tea, and it is in Epsom leather with palladium hardware. And I was so fortunate because this is a verso bag. So on the inside, it is another color. It's their gorgeous light pink color, Mauve Sylvester. I also think a hair tie just fell out as I was saying that to you. But I love this bag. I've talked about it ad nauseum. I've got a trillion reviews below for you, whether it's just a straight review, comparison to like a Chanel wallet on chain. So I won't talk about it too much, but I love that this is an understated, versatile bag. I wear this also a lot during the daytime because it's a great neutral, it's small, it's compact. I can wear it, on top of any outfits. Sometimes if I'm wearing a big winter coat and if I want to have a little bit more security, I'll actually wear this underneath the coat too. Not that I need it, but just in case, you're in a little bit of a seedy area, that definitely helps. This is a great bag to travel with because it's so small and compact. You can easily fit it, in your carry-on or inside another handbag. So this is an amazing one. I would absolutely buy this in additional colors, if given the chance. But for me personally, I would probably only buy this from the Hermes boutique, like I bought this one back in January of this year, because these are so expensive on the secondhand market. I know prices have dropped a little bit, but they're still like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, even $8,000. And this bag costs less than $5,000 from Hermes itself. So chances are if I were going to buy it again, or whenever I get the opportunity to buy it again, I'll buy it from Hermes, not secondhand. But if you're thinking about getting a Kelly To Go, just go ahead and do it. I love this bag. Now moving on to bags that I have not talked about as much recently, One that has honestly been one of my favorite handbags and one of my most used handbags ever since I got it back in the beginning of 2021 is my Chanel 21P small classic flap in this insanely gorgeous blue color. I've talked about how much I love this color blue so many times on my channel. It's in caviar leather, it's got champagne hardware. Now the thing is, at the end of the day, it's just a classic flap, but I love classic flaps. Classic flaps go really well with my personal style. I know they're not for everyone. I know a lot of people say that they're grandma bags, but I adore this style of bag. But the reason I love it so much is, again, it's caviar leather, which I love from Chanel because I need durability in my handbags. And it's the color. Honestly, everything goes back to the color. I wear my black classic flap a fair bit, now that I've gotten it fixed. And I can compliment it on it sometimes, but it's just like a very generic compliment. Whereas whenever I am wearing this bag, I get so many compliments on it. And I feel like it's because the blue, it's very different, right? Like it's just not a color you see all the time. With Chanel, you always see a lot of neutrals, a lot of pinks and reds, but not everyone's really into blue. So I feel like even though a lot of people might not wear this blue color themselves, a lot of them still really enjoy seeing it on other people. So I do love wearing this bag because I get complimented on it and it really makes me feel good. And honestly, I never get tired of wearing this bag. And again, like I mentioned, I wear a lot of neutral, so this is a nice little pop of color. And this also works because one color that I do wear a fair bit in my wardrobe, I'm calling it a color, it's blue. For a lot of people that is in neutral, but for me that is a color. And so this works whenever I've got more of like a blue themed outfit. I wear a lot of grays, whites, and blues together. So this matches a lot of my different outfits. So this is not just going to be one of my most used bags of 2022, it was of 2021 also, and probably will be for many years to come. Now moving on to a bag that I wanted for so long, and I waited and waited and waited until I found the perfect one for me, and that is my Celine creasy bag, which looks very similar to a Gucci horsebit bag. But if I'm being totally honest, I've tried both on and this is the style that I preferred more. So even though this bag has been discontinued by Celine, it was one that I was forever waiting for and searching for on pre-loved markets. So I got this for myself last year as like a little Christmas present and I just adore this bag. I like it because, again, it's a slightly different shape for me. It's not a rectangle, it's not a square, it's kind of more of like a little messenger bag, shape and size. And I really love the eggshell color on this. This, again, goes really well with a lot of my neutral outfits. I also love that it has gold hardware because I love gold and you all know that very much. But I just think it's a very elegant bag. Like it's very classy and it works very well with so many different types of outfits. Like you can wear this both in the daytime and at nighttime, but I do feel like this leans towards more of being a daytime bag. Now I will say one concern when I got the bag was that because it is this really gorgeous, shiny, smooth leather, I was really worried that it would be too delicate, that it would get scratched a lot, and that would kind of prevent me from wearing it. But honestly, this feels like a very durable bag. For a while, I was a little bit precious with it. I will admit, the first few months, I was too scared to wear it out. But honestly, I adore this bag and I get so much use out of it. So even though it's not something that's still sold by Celine, this is something that I definitely recommend. If I can find any pre-loved ones, I'll link them down below for you. They've got a few different styles, both the messenger bag, there's also a bit of a camera bag if you like that style more. Also, if any of you all are interested in seeing a review on this bag, even though it's a discontinued one, if you're interested in the Gucci horsebit bag, but something's not right about it for you, definitely let me know down in the comments below and I can do a review on this one because it really is such an amazing bag and I'm so happy I got it. Now we're going to talk about a little cutie nugget of a bag, and that is my Bottega Veneta candy cassette bag. Now, I've talked about this bag before on my channel, and back then I used to call it the mini cassette because that is what Bottega called it, but it's been rebranded, and since then they now call it the candy cassette bag. So, I adore this bag, and I will say, I think for the first maybe 6 months that I had it, I was wearing it a fair amount, I'd get good use out of it, but it definitely wasn't one of my go-to bags. And after a while, I was like, wait a minute, I could be wearing this in a lot more scenarios than I am. A lot of times when I run out the door, to go run an errand, go to the store to pick something up, or I'm just going on like what I still affectionately call like a little pandemic walk, even though we're not really in the pandemic anymore, I still kind of think of it like that because I still go on many walks a day. Anyone else still trying to get their 10,000 steps a day in? Let me know down in the comments below. But whenever I would do that, I would maybe just take a card holder and throw it in my back pocket or zip it up in my coat pocket, something like that. And I was like, wait, why am I always doing that when I have the perfect little bag when I don't need to carry a lot of things, but when I do still want to carry some things, this is now the bag that I go to. Because it's a dark forest green, I do still think of this as a neutral, even though, it is a color, obviously. This to me feels like a neutral because it goes with my very neutral wardrobe. So I could pretty much add this to most of my outfits and chances are it's going to go well with it, especially because when I'm running around, I've usually got a coat on and most of my coats are neutral colors too. So this one definitely goes with my wardrobe and it's got enough space for like a card holder, some lipstick, lip gloss, whatever, keys, and a little mask. So honestly, this is a perfect size bag if you don't need too much. The one thing about this bag is that I really do have to wear it whenever I'm wearing pants with pockets or if I've got a coat with pockets, because as you can see, it is very small. And unfortunately, it does not fit a phone. So I need to make sure that I can put my phone somewhere else because I don't always like to hold my phone. So just something to keep in mind if you're thinking about getting the candy cassette bag from Bottega Veneta. But if you want more details on it, I will link, the review for you down below because there are a lot of things that you should know about this bag. But it's amazing. It's got, a little bit of an adjustable strap. You can change the length of it, which I love depending on if I want to wear it like as a shoulder bag or crossbody and kind of change it up a bit. And I also just adore Bottega leather. Honestly, I've been thinking a lot about getting a new Bottega bag, but they have definitely jumped on the price increase bandwagon, which is very frustrating. So their bags are not extremely expensive, but Bottega bags are beautifully crafted handbags. So honestly, they are worth the money. So maybe I should spring for another Bottega bag. Now we're going to talk about a bag that you all know I have definitely had a love-hate relationship with. And quite frankly, my frustrations with the bag still stand, but it is so versatile that this is still, to this day, one of my most used bags, whether I like it or not. So it is my Chanel, I believe this is the 21A, I believe it was fall winter collection from last year. Mini rectangular classic flap, although minis aren't technically considered classic flap, in this gorgeous like blushy beige color with champagne gold hardware, and it is in lambskin leather. Now, I love this bag because it is neutral and versatile. You probably are noticing a theme in terms of what I like with my bags, and it is in the gorgeous shape and style that I love. So this is a great bag. Now, the reason I have a love-hate relationship, in case you have not heard me gripe about it in my videos, is that, you all know Chanel quality is not what it used to be. And unfortunately, because this is lambskin leather and it is a 2021 bag, unfortunately, there has been a lot of rubbing on this bag. So you can kind of notice it on the corner here. Let's see if you can also see it on the corner here. Honestly, I swear like every single time I wear it, it rubs a little bit more. But I also decided because this is such a perfect color, size, everything combination, I'm not going to sell it. And so honestly, this truly is one of my most used bags because especially when I go on vacation, this is one that I will always take with me because it is a great multi-purpose bag. Because of the shape and the color of it, it is something that you can wear from day to night. But it is also something that's still elegant enough to be like a true evening bag. So for instance, I was just home for a girlfriend's wedding and this is the bag that I wore to her wedding because it's still a very elegant bag, even though honestly, it can also be a more casual bag. It all just depends on how you style it. So this is a bag that even though it has caused me so much frustration, I love the style of it, I love the color of it, and it has served me very well. So this is still, to this day, one of my most used handbags. And finally, we have come to my last most used handbag of 2022. And you're probably gonna laugh considering the bag that we just looked at, but this one is my navy rectangular mini Chanel classic flap in the navy color with silver hardware, and this is in caviar leather. Now, I love it for all of the reasons that I just talked about with the last one, but this one has none of the frustration because it is in caviar leather and it is a 2019 bag. So it is in excellent condition and it is very hardy, you know? It is just a very durable and resilient bag. So I do not have to worry about it like I do with the tan one. But with the tan one, honestly, I don't worry about it because it already looks kind of bad. So I'm really not too precious with that one either. But granted, I do still cringe inside when I see it, you know, peeling more and rubbing on the sides. Whereas this one, it does not have any of that. Look how beautiful this bag looks. I mean, it is just in such amazing condition. I cannot say enough good things about this bag. And ironically, for those of you that saw the unboxing video of the day that I purchased my Hermes Kelly to go, it was on the same day that I received this one in the mail. So I got 2 great handbags on that day. So that wraps up my list of my most used handbags for 2022. And I would really like to hear your thoughts about these bags. Which ones of these do you also love? And then which ones of these do you all have that maybe you don't love as much? Which are the ones that you've not gotten as much wear? Definitely drop that down in the comments below because I always feel like it's good for everyone to get like a comprehensive 360-degree view of these bags and not just my opinion. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I would really love it if you could just give this video a little like. Just give it a thumbs up down in the corner below. And if you haven't already, what are you doing? You need to subscribe to my channel so that way you can get all my latest content about all things shopping delivered straight to you. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Lily and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye everyone.